Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, what is up? It is I, MOD, Najee Thomas. Um, Sorry for getting at y'all so late, man. It's actually it's been a long day. I'm hungry as I don't know what, so we're about to get started. It's 9:43, September 9th, 2014, and I have a 10 o'clock class in the morning, and yeah, man, we're gonna get this thing started. So I'm very hungry. My head is pounding. I haven't ate all day. Like I cooked some grits this morning. You know, they were banging. Like some cheese grits, man. It tastes like steak. But anyway, as of right now, I'm about to say my grace and eat this food. I don't really mean to eat in front of y'all, but I gotta get something in my system. So here goes. Okay, so here's the plan for today. I just got. Oh, I'm gonna finish this last piece of chicken though. Like I got a full plate right here. I got a full plate right here, but I usually like fried okra. I ain't had fried okra in a long time, but yeah, that's the gist. You know, thank God. But yeah, I'm gonna kill this last piece of chicken here. Um, Here goes. For today, I can tell you how it started. I woke up, did what I had to do. I just found my stud right here. I thought I lost it, like I picked it up and I put it back down. I couldn't find it, so I had to wear my other one. But the thing is, it wasn't black, so it wasn't matched. No blow, and it stuck with me all day. I try not to sweat the small stuff, but it be little stuff like that get to me. I be really wanting to coordinate. I be thinking I'm slipping, but I got reasons why I'm like that. You know, I'm real particular to a certain extent. But I know y'all like for me to be consistent, and I like to give God the glory because I'm thankful. Oh, you see, we got the new couch. Well, I told y'all, man, Grandma be moving the furniture. Grandma be like moving stuff around. What? Yeah. Excuse me, y'all. My bad. So right now, you would usually see me flip, through one Bible, one time and give y'all something, just to give y'all a quick word. But I decided to do something different. Since God been so good to me, I'm gonna try to benefit us all. So we're gonna look through one Bible and get one passage, OT, another Bible, NT, Najee Thomas, and we're gonna lay some promises on y'all. So usually I flip 3 times for me. I flip once for y'all. So I'm gonna flip once each for y'all. Got 3 Bibles for me. So we all benefit from it. So let's start from OT. Right. Wow, right there in Chronicles. Okay. I could deal. You ready? Job, son of Zeruiah, was over the army. Jehoshaphat, son of Eliud, was court historian. Zadok, son of Ahitub, and Ahimelech, son of Abiatar, were priests. Shephisah was court secretary. Benahiah, son of Jehoiada, was over the Sheretes and the Philistines, and David's son were the chief officials at the king's side. So I guess they were, they all played their role, but Chronicles can be difficult. Chronicle, I swear, like I flipped it. I don't know why I always end up in Chronicles, but it's crazy because I've been dropping, Harvey Dent Chronicles, and every time I flip one time through here, I guess it's a large chapter, but we'll flip again. Just this time, we'll flip again. Up Psalms. The traits of the righteous. Psalm 112. Hallelujah. Happy is the man who fears the Lord, taking great delights in his commands. His descendants will be powerful in the land. The generation of the upright will be blessed. Wealth and riches are in his house, and his righteousness endures forever. Light shines in the darkness for the upright. His gracious, compassionate, and righteous. Good will come to a man who lends generously and conducts his business fairly. He will never be shaken. The righteous man will be remembered forever. He will not fear bad news. His heart is confident. Trusting in the Lord, his heart is assured. He will not fear. And in the end, he will look in triumph over his foes. He distributes freely to the poor. His righteousness endures forever. His horn will be exalted in honor. The wicked man will see it and be angry. He will gnash his teeth in despair. The desire of the wicked man will come to nothing. Well, Psalm 112, Psalm 112, the trace of the righteous. I didn't write it, so boom, OT. And I don't mean overtime off Skidaway. No, it's fine. That's for real. NT. Where we gon' go? Where we gon' go? Come on now. Here we go. Let's try Mark. Chapter 2. And again he entered into Capernaum after some days, and it was noised that he was in the house. And straightway many were gathered together, and so much there was no room to receive them, no, not so much as about the door. And he preached the word unto them. And they come unto him, bringing one sick of the palsy, which was born of 4. Y'all gotta excuse me because I'm kind of hungry, but I'm gonna read this to y'all. I'm gonna read this to myself because we should. And when they could not come nigh unto him for the press, they uncovered the roof where he was. And when they had broken it up, they let down the bed wherein the sick of the palsy lay. When Jesus saw their faith, he said unto the sick of the palsy, Son, thy sins before given thee. But there were certain of the scribes sitting there, and reasoning in their hearts, Why doth this man speak blasphemies? Who can forgive sins but God only? And immediately, when Jesus perceived in his spirit that they so reasoned with themselves, he said unto them, Why reason ye these things in your hearts? Whether it is easier to say to the sick of the palsy, Thy sins be forgiven thee, or to say, Arise, and take up thy bed, and walk. But that ye may know that the Son of Man hath power on earth to forgive sins, he said to the sick of the palsy, I say unto thee, Arise, and take up thy bed, and go thy way into thine house. And immediately he arose, took up thy bed, and went forth before them all. Insomuch they were all amazed, and glorified God, saying, We never saw it on this fashion. And he went forth again by the seaside, and all of the multitude resorted unto him, and he taught them. And as he passed by, he saw Levi, the son of Alphaeus, sitting at the receipt of custom, and said unto him, Follow me. And he arose and followed him. And that boy Levi. I got on Levi. I got on all Levi. God is so good. Nah, for real, I'm about to finish. And it came to pass that as Jesus sat at meat in his house, many publicans and sinners sat also together with Jesus and his disciples. For there were many, and they followed him. And when the scribes and Pharisees sat him eat with the publicans and sinners, they said unto his disciples, How is it that he eateth and drinketh with publicans and sinners? When Jesus heard it, he said unto them, that they are whole and have no need of the physician, but they that are sick. I came not to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance. And the disciples of John and of the Pharisees used to fast. And they come and say unto him, Why do why do the disciples of John and of the Pharisees fast, but thy disciples fast not? And Jesus said unto them, Can the children of the bride chamber fast, while the bridegroom is with them? As long as they have the bridegroom with them, they cannot fast. But the days will come when the bridegroom shall be taken away from them, and then they shall fast in those days. No man also seweth a piece of a new cloth on an old garment, else the new piece that filled it up taketh away from the old, and the rent is made worse. And no man putteth new wine into old bottles, else new wine does burst the bottles, and the wine is spilled, and the bottles will be married. But new wine must be put into new bottles. And it came to pass that he went through the cornfields on the Sabbath day, and his disciples began, as they went, to pluck the ears of corn. And the Pharisees said unto him, Behold, why do they on the Sabbath day that which is not lawful? And he said unto them, Have you ever read what David did when he had need and was hungered, he and they were with him? How he went into the house of God in the days of Abiathar the high priest, and did eat the shewbread, which is not lawful to eat but for the priests, and gave also to them which were with him. And he said unto them, The Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. Therefore the Son of Man is Lord also of the Sabbath. That's deep. I'm gonna probably check that out again, but that's Mark chapter 2. That's deep. It's obviously giving us some instruction, but that's the new T. You got the OT, you got the new T, and we're gonna try to go into some promises. And I guess with this right here, I'll start with what the world needs. Louisiana, fast! What we all are missing in our lives, and what we all need. It's between patience and prayer. But I'll read a few on patience. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Galatians 6:9. We do not want you to become lazy, but to imitate those who through faith and patience inherit what has been promised. Hebrews 6:12. You need to preserve so that when you have done the will of God, you will receive what he has promised. Hebrews 10:36. But how is it to your credit if you are receive a beating for doing wrong and endure it? But if you suffer for doing good and endure it, this is commendable before God. 1 Peter 2:20. Patience. So we got a little bit of the word, so I guess there's a few things, so we could jam some music now. Like, oh, MOD, you just gotta, oh yeah. I gotta give you some God. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Okay, that's what we're gonna talk about. First thing first, let me see, y'all. There was something I was thinking about earlier. Hold on. I don't think y'all ready for that anyway. Let me think. Let me gather my thoughts. My head is kind of light, so you gotta forgive me for it. Okay, cool. Earlier today, I was at the bus stop. And crazy thing about it is I saw these love bugs. Y'all remember love bugs back in the day? Yeah, love bugs. And the crazy thing about it is one flew toward me. Love bugs are the bugs that you ever seen cat dog? Like one side is a cat, one side is a dog. Okay, it's two bugs that's like that, but they fly together. So I did what I did when I was little. Like one started coming toward me and I swiped it. And I was kind of upset, like, oh my goodness, because I felt like they were about to come back, like some karma. So luckily I swiped it not hard, but it was on the ground. And I was like, oh, I wanted to blow it so it can start like flying again. But it was strong enough to actually get up and start back flying, and they were both stuck together. Now this is what I used to do when I was little, but I never thought about it. I used to catch them and pull them apart. And the thing about it, they'll still be alive. Now doing this, I thought about people. I thought about relationships. Love bug. They say you catch the love bug. And I thought about how people can be strong together, especially when they find that certain bond or whatever bonds them together through love. They fly together. They always connected. Do whatever connects them. They have similarities. That mean they look alike. They follow one another. They're on the same accord. Everything you ever want in a relationship, if you think about a love bug. And the thing is, they're strong. I used to pull off the wings individually. Don't ask why. But the thing is, if you pull off the wings individually, it still lives. If it can't fly together, it's gonna walk together. And this is the thing about it. You can pull them from the middle, and there'll still be two individual bugs that can actually fly. And that's the beautiful thing about it, because even they're together, they're both independent. Or they can just take off and fly, not be with one another, separate them from the middle, and they still can just get along fine, and possibly, continue to reproduce and everything. And I thought about humans, that are together. Even if you have a perfect relationship or whatever, you have that perfect someone, you love bugs, you have this vision to fly together, live freely, swarm, be individuals and everything like that. But this the catch though. It's the catch. The only thing that can pull you apart or tear you apart or break that bond that you have are people. I mean, life is life. You're going to live, you're going to die. Either you're going to die together or you're not going to die together, or you're going to fly separately and independently and get your own and hold your own. Because they both got their own separate pair of wings and everything. And it's a beautiful thing. And the only thing that can pull you apart is people. When you got yourself. I don't know, it was just a lesson I thought about it. So another thing is I made a few statuses and I probably went over a few people's head. You feel what I'm saying? Check it out. This is what I said. In the order I said, in terms of wealth, besides money, what are other ways to obtain power? Now Scarface said first you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the woman. Now a lot of people like to be smart asses and they like to use reverse psychology, in which I don't like it, man, because I learned things from the streets, I learned things from school, I learned things from just living life. So I got my own reverse psychology. Now this is something that's been established since the 80s, and people mindsets, they want the money, the power, and the women, and that's ass backwards, man. That's like, if you think about it, it sounds stupid, man. I'd rather reverse the game. You know what I'm saying? So in terms of wealth, we just got finished reading the Bible. What does God feel that is wealth? You know what I'm saying? A wife, kid, family, also, you know, having your own business, a corporation, you know, wealth, love, supplying happiness to others. So when I say wealth, now money can't really get you all that. Money can either get you that or take that away from you, depending on who you're dealing with. Just think about it. You know, I don't really mean to sound too deep. It's something simple, but this is why I post these things. So the next one I said, God is blank, 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 and something else that shall remain nameless. X. What is God? First of all, God is power. God is the most powerful. So when I say what are other ways to obtain power, God. This is where it all begins. It's the start. It's the foundation. What is God? God is love. God, love. And something else that shall remain nameless. This is my video, so I'll name it. Pussy. Pussy is power. You know what I'm saying? Excuse what I mean. It's not even a curse word, but and when I say I don't mean it in a derogatory sense, you know what I'm saying, ladies, y'all have it. So therefore y'all have the power. Y'all have the power to reproduce, you create the world, you have the power in your hand. That's why you all are so independent. That's why you all so loved and you have a mind, you know, you're beautiful and you need a man, don't get me wrong, because man will create it first, but y'all can do it. Like y'all independent or whatever. So it's like we need y'all just as much as y'all need us. So you know what I'm saying? If we can, you know what I'm saying, you get where I'm going. You know, y'all have the power, but the thing is, when y'all have the power, realize how much power that y'all have with God and love in your hearts. Y'all be a force to be reckoned with. You know, self-explanatory. And the next thing I put was responsibility. Gotta be with great power comes great responsibility. You know what I'm saying? However you get it, I don't mean it in derogatory sense, but even in the worst or the best way you can do it, just be responsible. Or whoever you do it with, be responsible. Use your mind. Go with your first mind, but at the same time, take thought, take heed. You know, be responsible. Make sure you're dealing with responsible people. You know, it's just steps. You know what I'm saying? It says levels and steps, so it's just thoughts. And then the next thing I said was babies having babies. Shaking my head. Now, these are issues at hand. Just one of the issues. Now, baby, what can result in babies having babies? First of all, pregnancies. Kids can't raise kids because it's just an ongoing, continuous cycle. They say it takes a village to raise a child, but that village have to have some type of wisdom, knowledge, discipline aspects of training their children. Also, you know, they're unaware of diseases, they're unaware of using protection, growing up too fast, leaving it, you know what I'm saying? If you can't raise your kids, then the law is going to raise your kids. They don't have time with raising your kids, so therefore it's going to, you know what I'm saying, they're just going to take them to jail. You know, ongoing cycle. It gets deep. I don't want to just elaborate, but I put these on here so you can use your mind to see how things tie in. You know, it gets deep. My mind is deep when I think it gets deep. So another thing when I say babies having babies, if you didn't get the other things, you know what I'm saying? I know people don't want to rock with, they don't want to use their mind, they don't want to think. And I'm like that too, but like I say, what type of mind does a baby have? A small mind. Small minds. Babies having babies. If you not get what I'm saying, I mean you got a small mind. What? I ain't no pimp, but rest in peace to the late great Pimp C, man. What he say? Scary hoe don't wanna know what the fuck is their mind. You know what I'm saying? I ain't scared, but you get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I like to think big, man. We all grown, so it's on another level. I just try to throw it at you a different way, man. It's a message in the madness, you know what I'm saying? Some people run through confusion, and I'm just trying to get y'all to open your mind the best way I could. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking, man. That's where I'm trying to go, man. We got to try to find some issues at hand, not what everybody else need, you know what I'm saying, but to change the world in our own way and for what we need, you know what I'm saying, the things that we care about. So, it's really self-explanatory. I just wanted to drop something on y'all. But, it's going to be more, man. It's 10:09 right now. And, yeah, man, just vibe with me, man, because it ain't going to stop. It ain't gonna stop, man. So basically, I love y'all. All the women, all the supporters, you know what I'm saying? Even the haters, man, I love y'all too, man. I mean, I laugh at y'all because I can't laugh with y'all. But you know, it's like it's cool, man. I love y'all because the more y'all hate, the more I realize I'm doing something right. So God bless you all. God bless America. God bless the world. You know what I'm saying? God bless me continuously. Lord, please shower some blessings on me. Yeah. So, yeah, man, I'm about to finish this chicken. Probably get some more cake downstairs. And we headed straight to the top. You feel me? Well, yeah, man. Deuces. Bye.